This daily market update has been brought to you by Daily Wealth Report. Trading involves risk of loss and may not be suitable for you. Past performance is no guarantee or reliable indication of future results. All advice and education content is of the nature of general information only and must not in any way be construed or relied upon as legal, financial or personal advice. Good morning traders and investors. It's Friday the 13th of July, Friday the 13th, and markets overnight were down mostly, although the US markets had recovered through the later part of the session, picking up from its intraday lows. As we have a look at the European arena, the FTSE 100 index was down 56 points, or nearly 1% at 5608. We can see the solid red candle there reversing the previous day's gains. We can also see that there's a tail on the bottom of that candlestick, showing that there had been some pressure pushing the markets down through the middle of the day, but it recovered into the closing bell. The German DAX was also down. Whilst it has a green candle there, it actually is down from the previous day's close. It was down 34 points, or 0.5%, closing at 6419, and it is just still within this very short-term sideways trading movement there. The CAC 40 was also only little change, down 22 points, or 0.7%, closing at 3135. We can see just the inactivity in this market over the last four sessions, where it's failed to really drive in either direction, consolidating possibly ahead of today's Chinese economic data. As we look at the US markets, the Dow Jones was down 31 points, or 0.2%, closing at 12,573. It too had picked itself up off its lows, trading down quite heavily early in the session and just spending the remainder of the day slowly recovering. The S&P 500 index was in pretty much the same situation, down 6 points, or 0.5%, closing at 1334, whilst the Nasdaq index found a little bit more selling activity there, closing down 21 points, or 0.7% at 2866. It too recovering off its intraday lows there. The VIX index had been up quite strongly during the day, trading as high as 1951, but it pulled back, closing at 1833, up 38 cents for the day, but that's about 2%. And the VXX index reflecting very much the same sort of activity. You can see how this has been trading sideways for nearly 2 weeks now. And as we look closer to home, the ASX 200 had closed 28 points down on Thursday, closing at 4068. A solid red candle forming there, continuation of the short-term retracement. We had been looking at that slowing seller momentum just a couple of days ago as potentially forming a bottom, but it hasn't yet. We'll keep an eye on that one as it goes. And the SPI futures are unchanged ahead of the market open, so we don't have too much indication. We'll see the influence of the Chinese economic data playing on our markets today. That's our update for Friday the 13th. We wish you all the best luck in your trading, and look forward to speaking to you again on Monday.